Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing fantastic today. I know, shocking surprise. What am I doing here? Isaac, you haven't posted a video in weeks. Like, you've been slacking. I know, man, and I'm coming here to apologize first and foremost, but also I want to talk about why I've been slacking and some of the insights that I've gotten from this, the things that I've learned about myself. So a few weeks ago, I got sick. I got food poisoning, salmonella, some bug, whatever it was, but it messed me up. I was chair bound, not bed bound because I couldn't lay down. I was chair bound for 5 days. And in between the time that I wasn't in the chair, I was in the bathroom, and it was real bad. And even still, like I just started feeling better. I got better 3 weeks ago. I just started feeling back towards 100% just a few days ago. So it was a pretty bad sickness. And that threw me out of my routine. And that's what we want to talk about today is the ease of falling back into comfort. You know, we struggle so much to break these bad habits to begin with and then try to build these good habits. And you know, they say, oh, it takes 21 days to form a new habit or something. But I feel like it is just so easy to break those habits when you stop showing up. Like for my cardio, for example, I have been consistently doing morning walks ever since I got that treadmill. Almost every single day. I would say less than a dozen times I have missed doing my morning walks since I got that treadmill. I got that treadmill on my birthday pretty much 10 months ago. So I have built this routine way more than 21 days. But then when I got sick for 5 days minimum, I did not do it. And then my stomach was still messed up. I still woke up and I felt terrible. So I wasn't walking still. So I would say probably a week and a half, 2 weeks, I wasn't doing my morning walk. And that right there, just those few days of not doing this thing that I've disciplined myself to do for the past 10 months, just a few days of not doing that compounded together, and it made me feel super lazy. And that translated into other areas of my life. Like absolutely, me waking up and not having this first act of discipline that I've preached about before on here, not having that first act of discipline has affected throughout my whole day. Because when you allow yourself to sleep in, for example, you hear the alarm go off, you know you said last night you were going to wake up at this time, you hear that alarm go off, you're like, I don't feel like it, let me sleep in. That's a tally against you. That is literally doing something against your word. That is putting a check mark on the negative side of the ledger for today. And for me, that negative side of the ledger was getting checked every single time that I skipped doing my morning walk because I didn't feel good. And so once you start getting that snowball rolling, it continues throughout the day. So I would find myself just watching YouTube, which I already said is a bad thing to do. Except for my videos. You got to watch my videos, bro. I'm on here trying to help you. But I would find myself watching YouTube. I would find myself scrolling on TikTok. And beyond that, I would just find myself feeling lazy, like not having the energy, not having the mental capacity. I had some energy. I didn't have the mental capacity to concentrate and focus on something because I had spent these days going off course, not by my own fault necessarily. I mean, I got sick. I had to take care of my body. I couldn't be waking up at 6 a.m. when my body was feeling terrible. And for the past 3 hours during the night, I was at the toilet. Like, sometimes you have these situations where you have to fall off the road, where you have to shift your priorities from pushing forward, going towards this goal, and put that focus on you, put that focus on healing yourself, put that focus on allowing your body to relax, allowing your mind to relax sometimes. But with that said, it's very easy to fall back into that comfort mode that you were so used to before you tried to build this new version of yourself. Bedros Koulian calls it different versions, so I'm going to use that. It's like you have this 1.0 version of you, the starter version, we can say, where you were lazy, where you felt like a loser, where you were acting like a loser. You didn't wake up early, you didn't train right, you didn't eat right, you didn't work like you were supposed to, you hung out with people that you shouldn't be hanging out with, you spent too much time on certain websites, you spent too much time chasing women. Just all of these, I'm going to say it, loser activities. That's what we're going to call it, loser activities that you did with your version 1. And then you spent so much effort and time to elevate yourself and create this new person, your version 2. And it's like you can be practicing as this man for so long. And at the beginning, like we all know, we're familiar with it. It is very hard to act like this person. But like I said, I spent 10 months waking up almost every single day and hopping on that treadmill and walking. So although it was hard sometimes, although starting out it was hard, I was okay with that. Like, that was my routine now. I woke up, that was what I did. I woke up, went pee, put some water on my face, and I hopped on the treadmill. That was me. That was what I did. That's just a part of my day now. But it was very easy for me to shift back into that 1.0 version of me when I felt sick. When I had these, let's call it these bullets flying at me, trying to penetrate my mental brain, or my mental shield, not brain, my mental shield that I had created for this version over here. All these bullets flying at me. And because I was sick, because I knew that my body needed some rest, because I knew that I couldn't push myself as this version of me required, I allowed myself to shift back a little bit. And it's like my bad for spitting. It's like this old version of you. As soon as you start falling back in, it reaches out and tries to grab you. And so that's what I've experienced these past few weeks, is that old version is just trying to grab me, trying to get its full grip on me and pull me back. And I want to talk about this because I'm sure you have dealt with it as well. There are certain moments, certain obstacles in life where you won't be able to push yourself 100%. You won't be able to just consistently go. And you have to fall back a little bit. Sometimes maybe you get sick. Sometimes maybe you'll injure yourself in the gym and you know that you need to hold it back for a week, hold it back for a month. And the problem is, when we try to go back to who we were before that situation happened, it is super freaking hard. And beyond that, not only go back to what we were doing, it also affects the other areas of our life. So for me, for example, although I originally, the starting point was me not doing my morning walk in the morning, geez. Although the starting point was not doing my morning walk, it affected over other areas of my life. It started getting me to scroll on my phone more. Let me add this in here. I hopped back on Snapchat when I haven't been on Snapchat in 2 years. I deleted Snapchat 2 years ago, and I hopped back on Snapchat during this period. So it's like as soon as there's one slip up, that's where you're very easy to fall all the way back. I found myself slipping in other areas of life, and one of the main ones has been making these videos. One of them has been just doing work overall. This is something that I originally started out being very passionate about, and I would love to continue making these videos. This is like, I love this. I love talking to you. I love producing these. I love everything about it except editing. I hate editing because I'm so terrible at it. And that's part of why I have not done this. Part of why I haven't posted a video recently is because this is a challenging thing. It is okay for me to film these. I'm perfectly fine filming these. But then when I hop into DaVinci and I have to edit it, it is very hard for me to do. I see the colored grade I'm trying to put on it, and I'm like, holy shit, like this looks terrible. For example, I see right here on my second monitor how terrible my webcam looks. And bro, normally I spend about 20 minutes trying to figure out the little details and everything. I don't know much about cameras. I don't know much about like these different exposures and ISOs and all this different stuff. And so I've spent so long trying to make this webcam look good, trying to make it to where this background over here isn't super blurry. I've done like 4 different lights in front of me, blinding the crap out of me. But bro, at this point, I'm making the decision, the executive decision, because I'm an executive for this brand here. I'm making the decision, bro, like, I know the camera quality is not the best. I know the audio probably isn't the best, even though I spend probably at least 30 minutes after every single video trying to figure out my audio, cut out background noise, try and reduce the echo, whatever. I know it's not the best quality I can produce, and that has held me back recently. Because this is the 5th time I've filmed. As you know, I have not posted any videos in a few weeks, but I've filmed 5 times. And it's like I'm trying to get this perfection. But I've gotten to this point where I realize, hey, me shooting for perfection is actually this old version of me who is now feeling lazy and feels like it has a little bit of a grip on me, just holding me back. Like that's the point that I'm trying to get to, is I'm making up these excuses for why I'm not doing something because this old version of me got a little taste. It grabbed my pinky toe and now it's trying to suck me all the way back in. And you might relate to that. Maybe you have gone through a sickness as well, and you're not waking up and you're doing your morning run or something. You're not going to the gym like you were consistently doing. And now you just feel it's so easy to fall back into that comfort. I understand that completely, and that's why I wanted to come on here and share my personal story about what's been happening to me recently. It's like your brain, as soon as you let one little slip up, as soon as you let this one little negative thing come into your mind and this one little act of undiscipline, as soon as you let that in, it seems to just try and affect everything. If you're not paying attention to yourself, if you're not actually actively looking at the thoughts that are going through your mind, that can happen so easily. It can take over so easily and send you down in this downward spiral. So you need to be very careful of that. That's the whole thing that I'm trying to say here, is be very careful about these moments when you allow yourself to slip back. Be very careful and catch it. If you have a situation like I did, where you know that you need to take it easy for a little bit, you know you need to let yourself relax, and you have this situation, be very, very vigilant on how far back you allow yourself to slip. Because I'm telling you, there's that old version of you, the one who you've tried so hard and given so much effort to escape, that is right there waiting to drag you back in. I can tell you this from my own experience. Bro, like I said, I just started being a little bit lazy because I was sick. And then that branches me over into downloading Snapchat again and entertaining the idea that I might want to talk to some of these old hoes that I had. Like, come on, bro. Like, I've talked to you guys so many times on here about not dealing with these women that you know are bad for you. Not going back into the habits and the things, the activities that you used to do that you know are bad for you. Not being around the friends that you know are bad for you. But it's like as soon as your mind gets assaulted by one of these negative things, as soon as you start acting a little bit undisciplined in one area of your life, all these other things that are part of your old life, part of your old paradigm, starts to come back in and try to see if they can establish a new home here. And you have to be careful about that. I know I've been rambling. I hope I have formulated a decent thought here. I know this video is probably going to be a little shorter than normal, or it's just going to be random, whatever, not really a full thought. But I'm going to post this video. Like I said, I've filmed 5 times. Now 3 of these were like straight up videos that I made the script for. I planned fully. I spent hours planning it, and I got to a point where I saw like the camera quality is terrible, or the audio on one of them was terrible because I tried to switch over and use my phone and that just didn't work well. Or I looked sick. Actually, yeah, I recorded one of them when I was sick and I looked back at myself. I was like, holy shit, like I look terrible. But at this point, bro, like I say, like I've been trying to focus so much on perfection that I've stopped myself from being good. I've stopped myself from doing anything because, oh, if it's not all the way up here, then I shouldn't do it. Like, bro, this is a completely different topic for another time. Shooting for perfection is going to ruin you because you're never going to actually do the work that will make you better. So, for example, me trying to shoot for perfection on these videos, I record and then I check the video afterwards before I even start editing it. I'm like, oh, it's fuzzy. Oh, like the lighting's not good. And then I just scrap the video. That right there stops me from getting any experience editing. It stops me from getting experience trying to figure out what looks the best, what sounds the best in the post-production. It stops me getting the experience from making a thumbnail. It stops me from the experience of actually putting a video out there and engaging with y'all. So me trying to be perfect in this one area, it prevents me from getting the experience that I could improve in all these other areas. But that's a completely different topic. We're not going to talk about it right now. I am going to post this as it is. I'm going to do a little bit of editing. I might try and fix myself. I am a little burnt. I don't know if it's picking up here. I'm a little burnt, but I'm going to try and make this look a little bit better for your eyes and hopefully sound better for you. But yeah, new videos coming next week. I promise you that. I can guarantee that. Absolutely. I'm not going to put it on my life because it's not something that we do, but I'm going to do it. There's so many things that I've been improving on recently, so many thoughts and mental analysis that I've been doing. I've read 3 books this month. No, 4 books this month because I just finished another one today. But yeah, I love you. I pray for you. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next one.